Alright, here we are. I'm going to be playing some Joust. And if anyone happens by, I've got the chat window up there. Got a quarter in the machine. And I'm just going to jump into it. I'm a little rusty. Didn't catch any eggs in the air. There we go. So I'm not a great Joust player, but Joust is definitely my favorite arcade game of all time. I like the fact that you can put a little personality into it. You know, it's got that physics element to it. So of course, optimal strategy is always going to be a little bit dry, but ooh! If you want to go crazy with it, you can. If you want to go totally kamikaze with your strategy. Which is one of my favorite things to do. My high scores tend to be in the low 100,000s. I mean, not 100,000s, but low end of 100,000. 109 something, I think, is my highest. Ah! I started getting bad when I started talking. All right, let me concentrate a bit more here. There we go. That's the way we do it. Lost a couple of dudes, no big deal. Try to take this guy out before the old pterodactyl shows up. May or may not work. Whoop, 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 whoop. There's the pterodactyl. Put a stop to this here. Ah! Egg wave. Quite going my way. See, my trouble with Joust is when I start playing Joust, I really don't want to talk. Which is why I found I don't play Joust on a stream that much, just because, you know, it starts to eat my attention. Oof! Woo! Come on. Shit. I sense pterodactyl. Alright. Trying to get into a little bit of a rhythm here. Oh, crap. I'm just going to hang out low. So, oof. Oh, too many flaps there. I'm jumping a little bit high and getting a little bit of the adrenaline going, and it's costing me. Blam, 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 blam. Uh-oh, pterodactyl. Woo! I feel good about that. All right. Anyway, that's how you kill the pterodactyl, and then kill yourself. Standing right toward the right side of that ledge there, you can knock it off. And I'm gonna wait kinda here, and just try to thin the herd a little bit. Hopefully. Let's see here. There we go. There we go. Nope. Oh! Not too good. 58. Okay. So anyway, this is Joust. This is my favorite game of all time. As you can see, it is a little bit crazy if you're not familiar with Joust, and my goodness, you should be. You are a knight on a flying ostrich, of course, fighting other knights on flying buzzards. And so, based on that kind of crazy premise, you've got what's really a sort of an elegant game. None of it makes sense when you hit the other knights, when you hit the bounders, the easy guys, or the others. The easy ones are bounders. The little silver guys there are hunters. And the blue ones, which I didn't quite get to because I was half distracted, are the Shadow Lords, who are really, really hard to avoid. This is definitely a game that makes you feel like a lot of the Williams games from the early 80s, Defender and Stargate, and Joust. There's definitely a sense of fair play there that I like. You never feel like you got cheated out of a quarter, even if you go down hard. It is a game of skill. It doesn't it doesn't play cheap with you, which is what keeps me coming back to it. And you can see that was one quarter, and I played for a decent long time there, and I'm by no means a highly skilled Joust player. And of course, it eats your quarters on the basis of it gives you a good experience that you want again, and not, oh, I just got sucker punched and I didn't get to do what I wanted to do. So here's our attract screen, has the whole explanation right here. So I'm going to sit and play this for a while. And while I'm at it, just so I'm not just doing this, I figured, hey, maybe I should try to, as long as I'm pitching this thing up to YouTube, maybe try to draw attention to something worth drawing attention to. So I found something somewhat topical in name. It's an organization called Women on Wings, which provides economic opportunity to women in rural India by connecting them with a broader marketplace. Because, of course, there's a lot of creativity in rural areas that doesn't necessarily get to the outside world very easily. So I thought that's a very cool thing. So right down there in the description, I added a link to their donate page. So, hey, maybe something good will come of somebody coming to take a look at this, other than watching me be bad at Joust. But hey, if you're gonna fail, you might as well fail in public. That's my approach. So I'm gonna go ahead and put another quarter in, and I'm gonna take another swing at it now that I've got a little bit of my flow going. Another thing I really love about Joust is that it is a very, very simple game in terms of controls. It's just one button and a single axis joystick, just left and right. That's better. That's how I like to do that. And the button just flaps the wings. One press is one flap, and all your movement is down to those two things. Moving the stick and flapping your wings. Let me see if I can catch that egg. No, not quite. Managing your momentum is important. Once you get up a good head of movement going, it's hard to turn around. And so you want to be kind of aware of the whole field, because as you can see, the screen wraps, which adds a little bit of challenge to everything you're doing here. Whoop! Oof! Didn't quite move there. So the little red... I lost track of that guy. So you'll see this guy, after the egg didn't get picked up for long enough, he came back as a stronger enemy. So the red guy, the bounder, came back as a silver guy who's the hunter, who's, they're more proactive in their animosity. Ooh! They're a little bit more directed when they come after you. So you got to kind of keep on top of grabbing those eggs also, because if you don't, dudes will come out of them. And if you linger too long, then up comes the pterodactyl and you're having yourself a bad day. So as you can see, I'm using the screen wrap here to try and take those guys out. There we go. I feel better about that egg wave. Oh, too low. Too slow. And I do like to play this game a little bit fast and loose. You don't, necessarily score as highly that way, but you get a lot. I like close calls. That's, at gameplay-wise, that's one of the more rewarding things, is where you just barely slip by. And so I kind of like to play actively, keep an eye on what's going on the screen, and kind of manage things that way. But optimal strategy is a lot more, or I should say, it's a lot less kind of exciting to watch. It's impressive when you realize, how much thought's going into it. But the higher scoring players, you'll typically see, like Lonnie McDonald, who used to be the best Joust player in the world. He will camp out kind of like where I am right now, or kind of down here, just ready to move, so that your motion is controlled, and you just manage the whole screen from that position. And it's still very hard. I mean, there's no trick to make Joust an easy game, by any means. But that's how you play a little bit longer, and that's how I've managed my highest score. My personal best of 109 was using that strategy, hovering about the bottom of the screen. But then I found, it's not as much fun to watch a lot of times, and it's a lot of fun to do still, but I'd rather go down swinging most of the time. I mean, one of these days when I have time to practice more, I'll probably try to do another personal best run, but oof, look at him go. That is a sound, folks. That is quite a noise. So the problem with hiding strictly down at the bottom is it's really hard to break up to the top. And so you end up stuck down there, and then along comes the pterodactyl. Yes, I said pterodactyl. Whoa! Oh! Oh, and here comes another hunter, so I'm going to try to knock him out. There's the pterodactyl again. And I am going to run from the pterodactyl. Oh! Lost another dude. Oh, well. It's personal now. There we go. All right, egg wave. I like to start over here. And you've really got to get going immediately. Oh, maintain a smooth path. Do a little... Oh, no. There, I already messed it up, see? Egg waves turn bad on you really, really fast if you don't get enough. That's not where I want to be. Once again, let my momentum get away from me. Oh yes, the lava troll down there. Ah! Sometimes you can hit one of the lower guys if you've got a big wad of dudes coming after you. And bounce yourself up to the next. Oh, almost got a Shadow Lord there. We don't want a Shadow Lord today. No, we do not, folks. Boop. All right, 45. We got 2 more dudes. So really hanging, doing not what I did just there. You can kind of sometimes get a feel for... I tried to break through. For where folks are gonna be flying. You see there's that big traffic jam up top. And sometimes if I get my altitude just right... There we go. Oof. You can just knock off a bunch in a row. Pterodactyl. Oh! 52. Eh. One more. Takes me a long time to get warmed up. It's been a few weeks, at least, since I've really played Joust regularly. So I'm trying to play, efficiently here. Trying to remain more or less stationary. Oh! Bounced. This is pathetic. That honestly was pathetic. I should not be losing a guy this early. There we go. No survival points awarded, of course. Wave 3. What? Okay. Yeah, he got moving a little quicker than I was expecting. I got cocky. I got too relaxed. That's okay. I'm just happy to be here. Let's see if I can squeeze through this here, knowing how these bounders move. Just try to take them out as quickly as possible. There we go. Finding that, that middle ground between being reckless and being too cautious. If you are too cautious, you will get a pterodactyl on you real quick. So, what you really want to do is... take these dudes out fast and get all the eggs before anyone can say anything about it. You like that? See how close I cut it? That wasn't smart. Oh! None of this is smart. That's the fun, isn't it? It's kind of... Come on! Woof! Like Bob Ross says about painting, you There are no mistakes, only happy accidents. That was a good egg wave. You know, you can go for a high score, and there's fun to be had going for a high score. But, you know, your money's already in the machine. You're not getting it back. You might as well try to have as much fun as you can, right? Oh! That's all right. That's all right. Yeah! There we go. That one I felt good about. Now Williams, I'm going to start talking, so I'm going to start sucking again. Williams used to be a pinball manufacturer. Williams Electronics still makes gambling machines, slot machines, stuff like that, which is why I think it's funny kind of that, you know, one thing that early Williams machines have, or these Williams video games have, is that sense of fair play. I mean, their thing is slot machines, things that are only pretending to to be games, you know, just to gank your money out of you. But they're video games, even though they're like Defender is brutally hard, but it's a very fair game, you know. And Harry Williams, founder of Williams Electronics, whose name the company carries, is the inventor of the tilt mechanism in pinball machines. Oh, missed my bonus. So, you know, you could thank him or curse him for that, but if you've ever lost a quarter for bumping the machine, you have Harry Williams to thank. So just hovering right here. Just giving free haircuts. Oh, missed him. Oh, you little bastard. Yeah. There we go. And that's how you do that. Not too bad this time. Oh, there we go. It's right low. Right just as low as, I can get away with being, which is higher than that. You keep miscalculating. Once again, while I'm screwing around here, do check out the link for Women on Wings. That's something worth doing. I mean, God, look, think about how much redeeming myself I have to do now after just playing this. So if you're watching this, woo! Lava Troll slowed me down a bit. I'll deal with that one later. I mostly don't want these guys to... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Man. I lost all but one extra dude, and I'm only on wave 6. I haven't even made it to the pterodactyl wave. I thought I might pull that off. But nope. Nope. Nah. Just drain that last quarter. I'll do one more. Starting to get a little burnout here. Tried to take an easy one. It ended up being easy for him, yeah? Ah! Yeah, I'm gonna get a pterodactyl here. I think... Let's see. Ah. I think I'm just going to hang around, see what this pterodactyl does. Oh. See how long I can avoid this guy, huh? Oh, oops. Of course, when I'm trying to mess up, I accidentally clear the board. Ah, he bounced into me. Ah. 24. Yeah, there we go. There stands my all-time high on this machine, 72. And on my other box, all-time is right about 10. Actually, I think it's exactly 109. And as you can tell from watching this, that was probably, you know, 1 part understanding of the game and 2 parts just blind luck, really. That. It's the best place to be is if you can knock a guy right there, so that you catch that egg in midair. You get a bonus for catching the egg midair. So that's a little bit better. I know I said that was going to be my last quarter, but man, it's Joust. You can't just stop playing Joust. It doesn't work that way. Top lane is not really where you want to be. Oh! Yeah! Oh, how about that? How you like me now? And I got my extra guy. You get an extra guy every 20,000. Whoop! Guess I'm running the bottom lane. I have this nasty tendency to flap a little too hard. Well, there goes my extra guy. All right. Screw it. There we go. So now I'm just gonna play it a little bit safe. Be the not as good version of the Lonnie McDonald thing. Oh, and hang out in place and just try to pick them off. Come on. Egg wave. Man, not going so good. Come on. Come on. There we go. If anyone's watching, which I doubt anyone is, feel free to hop right on the chat and let me know how bad I'm doing. Whoa! Oh, man. That made me... Oh! Oh! Ah! Come on. Oh, we're going to get a Shadow Lord here in a sec. I'm going to let it happen. Oh! See that? He just dive-bombed me. They're nasty. Oh, they're nasty dudes. I'm going to get another one, because I am not on top of it right now. Got one. Look at him. Woof. Like a fly trapped in a window. Just whack, whack, whack. Oh-ho, hello. Hello, Heather. Yes, it is really just a bunch of birds. And knights. Boop. Let's see. And pterodactyls. I mean, it wouldn't make sense without the pterodactyls, right? I mean... That would be insane. It gets weirder when you really think about the mechanics of the game, because not only are you knights riding birds, apart from the fact that it's a flying ostrich for player 1. Player 2, and yes, there's 2-player co-op, which is really a lot of fun. Not only is it knights riding birds, but if one of the knights is unmounted, he disappears, the bird lays an egg, and another knight hatches from the egg. So, in a sense, it is, and it gets creepy when you think about it. And I think for a while someone had licensed movie rights to this game, which makes me think, how would you make that work? Because that means that, in a sense, the knights and the birds are a single species. Because the knights hatch from the eggs that then ride on the birds. And I think this, and you don't get this these days. I mean, you don't get games like this. I really think, because I think John Newcomer was lead on this. I don't know if he did this game completely by himself or if other people were really involved in programming and designing this, but I have a feeling that this was in that, early 80s at a tech company. I think that it was like there'd be some 20-something-year-old kid in a back room with a computer, and management would just come in, throw a bag of something at him, and be like, earn your keep, kid, have an idea. And so you get games like this. You get this insane fever dream of birds and knights and pterodactyls. Oh! Oh, no! Oh, yeah. Wave 4, and I've already lost 3. Ah, and there goes another one. It's a mess up there. I'm going to hang out under this platform. Come on. Come on. I think there is a little bit of strategy to... Oh, the lava troll got me. Oh, yes, Heather, by the way, yes, there's also a lava troll. So, not just birds, although we can't be certain, that the lava troll is not also you know, some manner of bird-like control. Oh! Gah! Gah! Yeah, this is absolutely my favorite arcade game. And I'm, you know, obviously, I don't think I have actually ever seen a Joust machine in the wild, just because it was a little bit old when I started hanging around at the old putt-putt golf, you know, and the mall arcades. So, you know, there were still good games. There's the Simpsons Brawler, the Ninja Turtles games, stuff like that. Good racing games, but unfortunately, I was a little too late on the scene to put my hands on an actual Joust machine. Maybe someday when I make my bajillion dollars. Come on, come on. Yeah! Okay, not gonna let this happen right now. There we go. Another thing, if you want to overthink it, the fact that the screen wraps, and I don't know if this is intentional, wherein, you know, something leaves one side and comes out on the other, it implies that the play area is cylindrical. If you imagine that it wraps around, you're playing inside of a tube, like the inside of a volcano, which would explain the lava at the bottom. So, bird jousting inside of a volcano. Because, I mean, once again, where else would you do it? Oof. Oof. Last guy, last guy. Okay. Oh, I got stuck down here again! Under platforms is not a good place to be, because if you hit a platform like this, it bounces you downward. So it's really easy to bump your head and then end up below the person you're running into. Thank you. I can pretty much promise you I will die many times, even in a short period. Oh no! Oh! Highest lance, that's something, that's a core mechanic that I didn't mention if you haven't figured it out. The highest person in a collision is the one who unmounts the other. Dismounts, unmounts? Thinking of jousting or external drives, I don't know. So you want to collide, but you want to have your little lance a little bit higher than the other dudes. Oh! Okay, pterodactyl. Right here. Okay. That's how you kill the pterodactyl. It's the toughest part, knowing that trick. Standing right there is knowing that all these hunters are coming for you. Oh, right after you do it. And sometimes, man, it is just about impossible to avoid them. Oh, I got distracted. I might have the best run of this session coming up. You know, not to jinx myself, but whew, let me get up, get some elevation here. There we go. Oh! Oh God, no. I broke 60. And my game is over. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna type in my initials. Maybe one of these days I'll get a new personal best on this one. Oh boy. Well, thanks for watching. Excuse me. I think I'll call it a day here. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.